All right, welcome back to video number 2, DMO. So what does that stand for? That stands for Daily Method of Operation. So if you were to go open a brick and mortar business like a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A or a Target, they all have a daily method of operation, even small businesses, franchises. So there is always a daily method of operation, right? You know exactly what to do. Everybody knows exactly what to do, and you do that day in and day out. Why? Because that is consistency. So the same goes with building your AdvoCare business. Consistency is key. And so I've mentioned this before. You'll hear it, many times over. But the great thing about AdvoCare is you don't have a boss, right? But the bad thing is that you don't have a boss sometimes, right? And so sometimes I'm like, would I fire myself today based on what I did? And so you can't do this business based off of emotion or how you feel. Are some days you're just really not going to feel like it? There are. If you can just do something is better than nothing, right? And so consistency, like some days you'll feel like you did a whole lot. Other days you're not going to feel like you did a lot. But the thing is, and that's fine, like we all have that, but where it starts to make an impact in your business is when you go a few days, maybe that you didn't talk to anybody or you didn't listen to anything, because one day after the other, you start to get a little bit more and more detached, and it's harder to keep the fire burning, right? And so that is why you definitely want to be consistent. You also want to be consistent with talking to people. So consistent with taking your products, right? So consistency with working on yourself. So in my DMO, for instance, I have personal growth. I'm working on my own physical goals, taking my products, like that's in one category. Then I also have my DMO as far as reaching out to other people. It might be following up with new people or talking to new people, right? It then might be following up with people that maybe said, next Friday, I think I'll be able to do it, or not right now. Well, if there's an upcoming jumpstart group or something, then maybe they said no a few months prior, and that you could actually reach back around to them and say, hey, I just wanted to let you know we have this awesome group. I know you said you wanted to think about it, but we're having another one starting, next Monday, and I would love for you to be a part of it. Are you ready? I know it's all about timing. So that would be considered a follow-up, right? And maybe they're like, no, not right now. And that's okay. But that is a follow-up. It might also be a follow-up with somebody on products that has started products, right? So you want to make sure to follow up with them. You also want to make sure to follow up with new distributors in your organization as well, letting them know where they're at with discount levels. Because some people, they don't want to lose volume. Like, you don't want to miss out on getting to the next discount level. So it's so important to know how to read those reports. Again, you might be brand new and don't have anybody on your team yet. That is okay. But when you do, or if you do already, then this applies to you. But making sure that you know where people are at with their discount levels and letting them know. It's almost just that courtesy, because why would they want to miss out on getting to that next discount level? If they want to, your job is just to let them know. So that is part of your DMO also. Sampling people, sampling Spark. So those are great examples of a DMO. There's actually a DMO tracker in your microsite under the tools. There's also a daily method of operation tracker sheet I believe, in this fast track group. I will put that there as well. There is also one in the TNT. So they're everywhere. DMO, it doesn't mean you have to do everything in one day. It just means that you have to do something every day to keep the ball rolling down the court. So it's just like a train. When it starts to build that momentum and it starts going fast, right? And then all of a sudden it comes to a screeching halt. It's a lot harder to get that train going the second time around than it is if it just started to slow down and then speed back up, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you are consistency. Otherwise, doing a whole lot in one month and then nothing the next month is worse than just doing a little bit every single day, right? Okay, with that, you definitely want to employ yourself. So again, like I said, you know, I always say, would I fire myself today? You know, based on my activities and what I did in my daily method of operation. And then treat it like a business. If you treat it like a business, it will pay you like a business. And I kind of say that because not all businesses, a lot of businesses take like more than 5 years to even make a profit. If you go open a brick and mortar business or whatever, you ask some people that have been through that, they typically don't actually profit. But like, as far as if you treat this like a business, it will actually start to pay you like a profitable business, right? So what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And then also, how many people are you getting into the success system? So again, that goes back to that is, you know, in AdvoCare, it's a leadership compensation plan. And so I know at the beginning, even when you're just getting people on products, that is part of the process. But to really start to earn significant income, you need to help get those people into the success system. Now, it's never about being pushy or, you know, salesy or anything like that. It's simply about telling people what their options are, because you will be amazed at what happens when people start to see the opportunity that is available to them. And when they do grab hold of it, what amazing things will happen after that. So your job is simply just to help get them into the success system so that they can see more, so they can make an educated decision based on their own goals. So with that being said, make sure to print off the tracker. If you are in the Fast Track series right now, there is a tracker. If you haven't started to utilize that, I highly suggest that you start to use that tracker to start tracking your just who you're talking to, who you're sampling products. It's obviously different depending on who you, where you are in your business. If you're just getting started versus somebody who's been around for a long time and you have lots of customers already. But you definitely want to start tracking and doing that. So anyways, with that being said, we will move on to video number 3.